In the quiet village of Ngamani, life changed forever for Sid and Tim when their mother, Mama Sid, fell gravely ill. She had been the heart of their small home, always singing as she prepared meals, even when her health started to fade. Her illness dragged on, and their father, Baba Sid, a long-distance truck driver, could only visit occasionally, often returning late at night when the children were already asleep. Despite their mother's struggles, she would whisper to Sid and Tim, "You must stay strong. Education is the key to your future." Then one fateful evening, the village plunged into silence. Mama Sid was gone. Months later, Baba Sid remarried a woman named Mama Nali. At first, she seemed kind, cooking meals and tending to the children. But it didn't take long for her true colours to emerge. Sid and Tim noticed how she treated her own children, Nali and Mumo, with warmth while giving Sid and Tim the cold shoulder. When it was time for school, Mama Nali claimed money was tight and enrolled Sid and Tim in the local public school, where classes were overcrowded and resources scarce. Meanwhile, her children attended a private academy in the nearby town, with shiny uniforms and textbooks. Sid and Tim wanted to tell their father, but Mama Nali warned them with a look that froze their courage. "Your father works hard to keep this family fed. Don't burden him with your complaints," she would say. Baba Sid's visits were rare and brief, and when he came home, Mama Nali ensured he never saw the truth. She fed him tales of how all the children were thriving, hiding the sharp divide between her kids and his. Sid and Tim watched from their small, broken desks as Nali and Mumo left for school in their polished shoes, heads held high. Their own shoes had holes, their uniforms faded. Years passed, and despite the neglect, Sid and Tim clung to their mother's words about education. One day, an American scholarship program visited their school, offering opportunities to the brightest students. Sid and Tim excelled in the entrance tests, their hunger for knowledge shining through. When the results were announced, both brothers received full scholarships to study in the United States. Overwhelmed with joy, they rushed home to share the news, only to find their father sitting in disbelief as the truth about their schooling finally unravelled. He held their scholarship letters with trembling hands, tears falling onto the papers. Baba Sid confronted Mama Nali that night. "Why didn't you tell me? How could you treat my boys this way?" he demanded, his voice breaking. Mama Nali had no answer. Sid and Tim stood silently, their hearts heavy with anger and betrayal. For years they had endured the pain of being unwanted, of being treated as less than. Now they had an opportunity to leave, but the scars of their childhood ran deep. Though they loved their father, their relationship with their stepmother was broken beyond repair. Sid and Tim left for the United States, vowing to create a better future for themselves. They worked hard, earning degrees and building successful lives. Despite their wounds, they never forgot their father's sacrifices and ensured he lived comfortably in his old age. But Mama Nali was left with the weight of her actions, living in the shadow of her guilt. Sid and Tim never forgave her, their pain too deep to mend. And so, the story of Ngamani's broken family became a tale